Once upon a time there was a man named Brian. Brian was sad. His mother and brother had died. He was the last one left. He had hidden himself away from the cops and become unhealthy. After many weeks of being sick, Brian decided that it was time for his life to change. He began by stealing a car from his neighbor. He drove out of the poor man's town. He kept off the road, knowing that he had to still hide. He traveled along the railway, knowing that he would not be found there. He traveled for many miles. He came to stop outside a tunnel, where men watched as he crashed. A man walked up to him, giving him a fierce look. Without meaning to, Brian bumped into him, knocking the man and himself to the ground. In anger, the man pulled out a knife and attacked Brian. Brian was forced to pull out a gun and kill. This angered the other men in the area, causing them to pull out guns too. Riot broke out and Brian was left to take out the remaining men. Then the police arrived. They had found him, after all his effort to hide. Brian took out a policeman and then stole the car and drove away. In the pursuit, Brian ran into a cyclist, who was flung off his bike and killed. The bike slid in front of Brian. He decided to take it. He rode into the wilderness and away from the police. Brian now felt free. For the first time in months, adrenaline pumped through him. He rode the bike everywhere. The police never found him. For months he rode through the country, not caring about a thing. Brian was himself again. He had lost his weight, made a little money and become hygienic again. It was then that he decided it was time. Time to return to the place he had been running from for a year, time to return home.